A little setup. Having a hard time. I put whole grain mustard, and this is the one that I'm probably. This bag of fresh vegetables. Hello, welcome back. I'm making a coffee and I thought we could run through what I'm going to get up to today. But first I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone for welcoming me back last week. I was a bit nervous to post because I hadn't posted in so long and I just completely got out of practice of talking to camera for longer form content. So I really appreciate you all being so warm and welcoming me back. So today I have a fair bit of admin to do for work. I am currently onboarding, signing up with an agency, like a talent management agency, to help me with influencing, I guess. So helping me with contracts, dealing with inbound requests from brands, dealing with outreach for brands. So if there are any brands that I really want to work with, they will help me do that. And I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be a really good step. I didn't originally want to do it like too quickly because I'm completely new to the industry. And me being me, I just wanted to learn it all for myself first before I started delegating it to other people. But now I'm at the point where there's actually quite a lot of work and I'd like to be able to focus on the creative side and doing the videos, which is the stuff that I really enjoy and I think is where my powers, my powers lie. I have to finish editing a brand partnership video and a couple of stories for Instagram and send that off to the brand for them to look at and approve before I post it. I need to send off an invoice for a job that I already did. And then I have a couple of emails that I need to get back on. So not too much, but admin, you know, for a Monday morning. Best to do it now so that I'm actually on top of it, I think. This is my cozy little setup for a morning of admin. I'm using this productivity method daily planner by Grace Beverly. Oh, it's already 1 o'clock. I got really into flow there. I don't know how long I've been working for. I think that was like 2.5 hours. I don't know, but I've done everything. I love it when that happens. Okay, now on to shooting some videos. Well, let's see if my bangs have come out well today. Oh, I'm really struggling with my hair. So I'm growing it out. I don't think I've told you guys yet, have I? Growing it out, but then also I'm really quite grey at this point. I've been going grey since I was probably 24, like my early 20s. And it wasn't, you know, like very grey to start with. It's kind of very slowly going grey and then all of a sudden went really grey the last 3 years. But now that I'm growing it longer, I can feel the damage of having dye in my hair all the time and I just hate that feeling. Like I just want to have healthy hair. Trying to grow out the dye that's in my hair and to just accept that I am going grey. Because to be honest with you, when I see women with grey hair who are younger than one might expect, although I think that is a red herring, because I think the reason why we think that women younger than the age of say 40, 45 don't have grey hair is because we all dye it because we're all somewhat ashamed, or it's quite a strong word, but I guess it's just what you do. Like people aren't used to seeing grey hair on younger women and therefore if you have grey hair like I did, I feel like I was a little bit embarrassed about it and I would want to cover it up as much as possible, which is totally fair enough. And I might well get back to that point again where I'm just like, you know what, I can't hack this. I want to look younger. But equally, I've noticed recently, I've seen a few women who are around my age, either on social media, but also in real life, strangers, but people who walk past me, and I notice their grey hair now, and I just look at them and just think they look beautiful. Like, I do think there's something to be said for natural hair colour sometimes does look best on a person because it suits your colouring. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll be completely wrong and I'll look back in this video and be like, ha! Wishful thinking, babes. I'll never know unless I try it. So in last week's video, I mentioned that I'm doing this thing where I asked people on Instagram for their favourite autumnal snacks. So the one I've picked out to do today that really appealed to me is a ham and cheese croissant. I've never had a ham and cheese croissant, and I know it's very obviously popular in France. It never appealed to me in like Gales, for example. So I think I'm going to put some maybe Gruyere in there. I'm going to try and find some good quality ham, although I'm not sure how successful I'll be at that. I do find finding good ham really difficult unless you go to like the butcher, which is obviously super expensive. I'm probably going to put some chutney in there, maybe some Dijon mustard. Might just keep it to that, but I might think of some other things, like in my head, maybe putting in some chopped up spring onion might be nice, like some kind of onion, but I guess if I've got the chutney in there, I won't need the onion. I don't know, I'll think about it. Yeah, so now let's go to the shops. So I just made this little snack. There you go, that's a nice close-up. This is a croissant with cheddar cheese, ham, chutney, lazy garlic, and some spring onions. And then on top, I put whole grain mustard and another sprinkling of cheese. And then I whack this all in the air fryer for 8 minutes, 4 minutes on each side. This is a rambutan. It looks like some kind of evil monster from the bottom of the sea, like a sea urchin. But I saw it in M&S and I thought I'd give it a go because I've never tried it before. M&S have come out with some of the most incredible tropical fruit, and this is one of them, so I'm going to give this a go as well. I won't eat with you because I'm going to make another TikTok, but I just wanted to show you. I know! I just wanted to show you my snack and also let you say hi to Alfie because I know in the last vlog he was very much not well. Good news, we went to the vet this morning. He's got the all clear on no infection post-operation. He's currently doing really well. So they rewrapped his tail and we don't have to go back for another week. Fantastic news. And we're very happy, aren't we, Alf? He's a little bit more like himself, which is always really lovely to see. Anyway, no more dog chat, but that's a little update on Alfie. Oh, I know. I'm such a cruel mummy. So I just had a delivery. Andrew and I like to try out different meal prep services from time to time, depending on how busy we are, how much energy we have. And at the moment, we're wanting to bring it back into our lives again. But we wanted to try a brand that we haven't tried before, and I did some research and this one came up. It's already arrived. We only ordered this over the weekend and I thought we could unpack it together. Tofu karma with rice and tandoori roasted cauliflower. This is awesome. A citrus miso tofu poke bowl. This is the one that I'm probably most excited for. Andrew's going to be trying these this week, so he'll let us know, I'm sure. Another one of those. Citrus miso salmon poke bowl. And last but not least, a red Thai sweet potato curry with jasmine rice and stir-fried vegetables. That's nice. Have a nice little massage. It's 3:30. I had therapy at 11 AM and it has taken me out. KO. This week was a big one, and I afterwards had a little snack for lunch and then I just stared at a wall for like 45 minutes and then realised that I needed to go to sleep and have a nap to just reboot my brain. So I've had a nap. Gonna have a glass of water. Gonna get some fresh air by taking Alfie on the block. It's looking super gloomy outside and I think it just started raining. And then I'm gonna make myself a little post-therapy sweet treat. Either I go out and get something sweet treaty, or I go out and get a really nice coffee, because by the way now, if you go out to get a coffee, it's like £5 in London. So yeah, or I get the ingredients to make a sweet treat at home. And today I actually feel like it'd be nice to make my own. And I have some croissants left over from yesterday. So I'm thinking I could make a sweet croissant melt today instead. I did a savoury one yesterday, sweet today. I think that could really, really hit the spot.
Hi, let's make a snack. Walnuts. If you don't have a sweet tooth, keep scrolling. This bad boy is not for you. Warm croissant. No cheese in sight today, thank the Lord. Nutella. So tempting, it's making me want to crawl in there. Ice cream. Chocolate. Wow. Toasted walnuts. This is my host therapy weekly sweet treat of dreams, so don't you dare judge me. Millionaire sauce. And they're snackers. We have a chocolate nut ice cream croissant. Possibly what dreams are made of. Let's give it a taste test. Don't skip the nuts. If you're not a walnut fan, hazelnuts. Oh my god, look at that. Unreal. Better than any sweet treat you could buy outside. Genuinely. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of this while I watch The Summer I Turned Pretty. Everyone's been talking about it and I feel like I need to get on the bandwagon.
It is that time of the week where I replace the flowers in my house. This is especially important to me during the colder months. So let's go to the shops, shall we? Perfect. Now I can watch my shows on my phone in the shower. Good morning. I am having a hard time, but I feel like I'm always having a hard time. And I know that's not true, but when I'm having a hard time, it feels like that is the case. Like it's never going to get better and that it's always this bad and, you know, catastrophic. It feels like the end of the world. It's really challenging to kind of push yourself through that feeling and, you know, the onslaught of negative thoughts and to carry on, even though I know intellectually that the only thing that is going to help me right now is looking after myself in the most basic ways. Take a shower, get food, make sure that I'm having a nap if I'm feeling really low, like those, and continuing with my day-to-day tasks, as it were. It feels relentless, you know. If that's what I spend all my waking hours doing, is just trying to figure out a way to kind of like function. One thing that I really value when I'm feeling this way that might be helpful to share is trying to seek out moments of or things that spark oxytocin, which is like the happy chemical in the body. So I like to make a list of activities that I can do that are really low effort, that are low stress. I'll sit on the sofa with my dog
and I'll just stroke him and hug him and kiss him and spend time with him. Having a conversation with Andrew, like telling him how I'm feeling, asking for a hug. And again, when I'm feeling like this, those things do not feel like something that I want to do. But I know from experience that if I manage to do them, they do in tiny, 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 tiny ways that don't really feel that big at the time, help and then compound. Let's just be kind to ourselves today.
This is the kind of size of bag. Off in the lower and for the website. Now I've been feeling like that'll come back to me at the end of the video. Good morning, everybody.
I'm essentially looking to build a team of people who can help me. Yes, yeah.
Well, yeah, no,
Thank you for your time.
This is how we maintain self-esteem. That's why we've dedicated over 50 years to blend with the meal. Your life.
This is actually a prime example of what I was talking about with you guys this morning. I've had a morning of work. I filmed a brand partnership video and it went to plan, but there were a couple of kinks, so I was feeling a bit stressed about that. And then I ran over and I was late to a meeting. Oh, sorry, I hate letting people down like that and being late, because I know how frustrating it is when people do that to me, and I personally hate it. By the end, I logged off the call and was just like a bundle of nerves. Like, my body just is very easily triggered automatically, almost suddenly. My body just goes into fight or flight, but like an extreme, what feels like an extreme reaction. There's not much that I feel I can do about that apart from learn how to bring myself back down afterwards. And that's kind of what I was describing this morning with the oxytocin thing. So I had a huge hug with Andrew, which was really lovely, and he kind of reassured me. It was awesome in that way. And then I was like, you know what, I'm not going to carry on working right now. I'm going to go and cuddle Alfie and just lie here. You know when people say if you're feeling anxious you should do the see, smell, taste, like you use all your senses? I find that so helpful. It doesn't work, mind you, when you're in a situation where you're overstimulated, because if you increase the stimulation of your senses then it can make it worse. But in a scenario when I'm dealing with like a stress from work or something and I'm in my house and I know it's safe, but like my brain is just going a million miles an hour and I don't feel like I'm in the room anymore, I do that thing. So like I'll come and I'll stroke Alfie, and it might sound weird, I know some people think dogs smell, but I love that with the way Alfie smells. So I'll like bury my head into his fur and I'll smell him, and he's got so used to this now, he just lets me pet him and stroke him and love on him. And I got a drink. I chose rhubarb, Dawson's rhubarb. It's fizzy, which is key. Fizzy drinks really help me kind of like ironically bubble back down to earth. What else? Oh yeah, so I'm using my Sight by, I just put on Made in Chelsea, which is a show I've been watching for literally like the longest time, 15 years. And then the last thing usually is, once I kind of feel like I've come back down off the stress spike, is like proprioception, like getting into my body again, like feeling, moving my body. So once I feel like I've calmed down, I'll probably do like some star jumps. So I'm gonna carry on watching Made in Chelsea and loving on my boy. I get to take you to the food bank today. This is one of my favourite days of the week. I absolutely adore volunteering. I just feel as though the world is so effed up right now. Like, it's so bleak and dark. It feels nice to have something that I do consistently that's community-based, has a real focus, and is something that I'm passionate about. I was thinking as I was walking Alfie this morning, there was a time where I just didn't have the time because I was working so hard. I was a lawyer,
and I worked in central London and my hours were insane. That meant that I just didn't have time to do anything like this, do volunteering. It's always something that I wanted to do. So I'm just very grateful to be at this point in my life where I have the flexibility in my routine and my schedule to be able to do this. Right, this is for Andrew. This is my snack for the car because I end up driving for like 3 hours and get hungry. And I made myself my iced coffee. So let's give this to Andrew and then we'll hit the road. Our first stop, every other week, I go to Pets at Home to pick up a big donation that gets given to the food bank, and then the food bank distribute them to their clients, the people that are relying on the food bank currently. So I drive 32 minutes, it's telling me, to get to Pets at Home to pick up that and then take that to the food bank. I forgot to say, but my role within the food bank currently is a volunteer driver and delivery driver. So that's what I'm doing today. Get some tunes on. I'm actually really enjoying just listening to the radio at the moment. Very basic of me.
That sounds like Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, it is Dwayne The Rock Johnson. It's obviously you respect him, but is that because also he's probably the only...
Oh, this is mega heavy. I think this one might be dog food. Perfect. So it looks like this is dog food and then a box of toys and harnesses and things like that. So now I need to take this to the food bank, which is, I really need to just add this into my Google Maps because I look this up every single week. 11 minutes, 11-minute drive. Yeah, I think it's easy to forget that people who are experiencing food poverty and difficulties with providing for themselves food-wise, many people who have pets are therefore also likely to be struggling to feed their pets. Okay, I just did my drop in the food bank and I've got my package here to take to a lady who lives about half an hour away. She's an elderly woman who has some mobility issues, like she can't get to the food bank, but she still needs the support, which is where I come in. Let me just give you a quick peek of what we've got. We've got some pizzas, nice little treats in here, bread, we've got fresh fruit, a couple of cans of Orangina, oh that's nice, some hand cleanser and hand wash, garlics, a bag of fresh vegetables with the cauliflower there, some more veggies at the back, some tinned goods and some fresh pastries that come from a local bakery. This lady gets changes each week, but it's usually of the same variety. Like there's always something that's like a breaded product, fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, something that's like an easy put in the oven type of thing, like a pre-packaged, pre-made meal. There's always some kind of hand sanitizer, shampoo, something like that. There's not much else interesting to see, to be honest, so I'll probably just catch you back at the house because I've just got more driving to do, half an hour to her house to drop it off, say hi, and then half an hour, maybe a bit more home. I'm gonna just have a little snack now so that I have some energy. You saw me pack pretzels and peaches this morning, so have a little nom on this because a hangry driver is not a good driver. Hi from Editing Charlie. This is all for this week's vlog. I forgot to film any kind of outro, so I thought I'd just pop in and say thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys being here. Coming back to YouTube is so much fun for me. I'm actually having so much fun with it. It was nerve-wracking to start with, but now it's just fun, and I really hope that you're enjoying the videos. If you got this far in the video, could you leave a autumn leaf in the comments? I love to see who gets to the end of the videos, and if you can give it a thumbs up, that always helps. And I can't wait to see you in next week's video. Okay, have a good weekend. Bye.